The comeback of the Queen of Sass. I opened an account just to document everyday moments with my boyfriend. I never expected a handful of videos to erupt across the social feed overnight, crowning me the internet's most famous couple vlogger. Later, at my followers' request, I went live while delivering Logan his birthday surprise. The apartment door swung open, but out stepped a gorgeous woman wearing nothing but a towel. Her pale, delicate fingers hooked the toad out of my hand. She didn't even glance at me. "Food's delivered, why are you still standing there?" Before we go on, please subscribe and drop a comment telling us where you're tuning in from. 01. In the few beats I stood frozen, she slammed the door in my face. The live chat censored most of the R-rated outburst into asteroids of gibberish. Am I seeing things? There's a chick, what the? Sam, that woman just showered, holy crap. Stunned senseless, I looked up at the apartment number one more time. The next second I punched the decorative placard off the door. "Who is it?" A familiar voice approached from inside. Seconds later the door opened inward and the same familiar face appeared. His hair dripped, he was shirtless, a towel knotted around his waist. Disgust flooded me as I stared at Logan. He froze, then lunged for the knob. Before he could shut me out I booted the door. "You toad-chasing frogs, ugly and horny as hell. I slave over your birthday surprise and you're here running game? Summer, let me explain." "Explain what? That I'm blind? Give me 5 more minutes and I'd meet your future kids, huh?" My gaze slid past him to the gift bag on the table. Inside was the work of my entire morning. Fury detonated. I shoved him aside, ripped the bag open. Logan dogged me, still spinning lies, so I hoisted the homemade cake and dunked it onto his head. "My homemade cake, should have fed swine instead of you." 02-inch babe, what's wrong? A syrupy voice drifted from the bedroom. Silence fell. Logan dodged my eyes, dripping frosting. I gave a cold laugh, grabbed the cake tin, and kicked the bedroom door wide. The same towel-clad beauty lay on the bed, a black blindfold masking her vision. She cooed, "Come on, big bro." I smashed the leftover cake into her face. "Daddy's here, all right, Aya." She shrieked, wrists tied to the headboard, writhing. "Who are you?" "Take a wild guess," I said, pressing the plate so no icing escaped. "Summer, you lunatic, let go." "Logan warned me you're psycho, Lord help me." I cackled, louder, wilder. "Trash loves trash, enjoy your karma, flowers will sprout over your graves tomorrow. Save me, Logan," she whimpered. I glanced back, he clung to the doorframe trembling. Pathetic. I pinched her chin and shoved another glob of cream between her teeth. "Your big bro's mid-seizure, busy foaming, so drop the damsel act." Still mewling, she twisted her slim waist. "Logan, you auditioning for a henhouse? Even crying you fake cutesy." Logan couldn't watch anymore. "Stop, Summer. Me is fragile, she can't take your beating and scolding." 03-inch hold up, I never hit her. "And buddy, I know you're straight as an arrow, but cut the verbal diarrhea." I stepped off the bed, snatched Logan's designer suit from the chair, and wiped my hands. He hissed at the waist. "Summer, that suit costs a fortune. More than your casket will?" I sneered. "I paid for every hanger in this closet." At the doorway I looked back at the motionless woman. "Sweetie, this guy only looks human, he's a freeloading scumbag. Stay with him and you'll leave empty-handed. I could throw you both out right now since I pay the rent, but because you're a girl and probably thin-skinned, I'll give you time." "What do you mean?" Logan followed me. I raised my phone. "It's 4 p.m. I'm giving you half a day to pack. After that, movers toss you and your junk into the street." I stormed out and slammed the door. The livestream had already exploded. To deal with the trash hands-free I'd set the phone aside, but the mic had stayed hot. The instant I attacked they must have branded me a violent psycho. Still, the rage had to vent. Logan was my first love, he pursued me 6 months before I said yes. I never believed in romance, yet for him I lowered my spines and learned tenderness. He repaid me with this circus? I didn't send them to the ER only out of alumni courtesy. Besides, I'd started the channel to log cute couple moments. With the boyfriend gone, what was left to film? I grabbed the phone, ready to announce the account's closure, but the comments blew my mind. 04. Summer is a queen. That sleaze is vile. If she hadn't pretended to be away on business we'd still be in the dark. Mr. Deep Devotion my foot, so shameless. Off topic, does anyone else feel Summer roasts people in rap verses? Right? 0 stutter, iconic. Silenced, I scrolled. Netizens nowadays root for chaos? They set up a serial in my comment section, post updates. I'm parking on your page. Recovering, I inhaled and steadied my voice. Sorry for the mess, everyone. There will be no sequel. I hate entanglements. From today on, Logan and I are nothing. Unfollow whenever you like. I ended the stream. Thinking most had followed for couple sugar, I expected them to sprint away. Instead, someone clipped the live stream, uploaded it, and several gossip outlets reposted. I blew up even harder. I gained over 100,000 new followers overnight. Logan and Mia were roasted, flipped, grilled by netizens. Unable to endure, he texted, called, even DM'd through games, begging mercy. I ghosted every attempt. Finally, red-eyed, he dialed from a random number and roared, Summer, fine, since you won't spare me, don't expect any courtesy. 05. After that declaration, Logan vanished like a ghost. I dismissed his threat. Then that night multiple gossip pages posted in unison. They claimed the live bust was my pre-planned hoax. Summer and Logan had already broken up. Logan asked for a clean split, but Summer wanted the CP clout. To keep her followers, she staged this spectacle. She's weaponizing the crowd, don't be her pawns. Laughable. I cursed Logan 800 times, news major indeed, spinning narratives like a pro. But he forgot, Summer never swallows insults. I reposted the gossip article with a single, then shredded their comment section. How do you know when we fell apart? Been camping under my bed? CP clout? Watch one stream before you talk trash. Whitewashing for a cheater, of the words beast and vermin, you're 2 for 2. Soon the gossip account replied with a row of ellipses. Spectator netizens loved it. Those rumor pages had it coming, roast M. LOL, I thought gossip profiles were run by bots, turns out they can type. Logan lost every PR dollar, 0 return. 06. Logan's stunt left me tossing and turning all night. I realized I'd spent all this time dating a plastic bag tied shut at the top. Every so often a whiff of garbage leaked out, but I'd grown used to it, I didn't even notice. Then one day I accidentally poked a hole in the plastic, and the stench slapped me in the face. Only then did I understand, a bag full of trash is still trash. I had actually dated trash. The thought hit me like a fist to the chest. Sleep was impossible, so I booked a deep clean crew for 7 the next morning. I met the team on time and led them to the address. Key in the lock, turn, nothing. Seriously, still here? The deadline was up hours ago, waiting for me to bury them? Door wouldn't budge, so I herded the crew around to the master bedroom window. Of course, morning cardio noises drifted out. The cleaners exchanged looks. I waved them back, nudged the sash, and, idiot Logan, he'd left it unlocked. A shriek burst from inside. Big bro, she's back. Logan whipped around, yanked the comforter over himself. Summer, are you sick in the head? I laughed once, snatched a power washer from the nearest guy, and let it rip. No one sleeps on the bed I paid for, get the hell out. 07. After I booted the soggy pair outside, the crew scoured every corner while I phoned the landlord and ended the lease. Everything happened so fast I hadn't even deleted Logan's WhatsApp. I messaged him the invoice. 3-month lease, I stayed 10 days, rounded to 2 weeks. Wire me 2.5 months rent, Logan? Seems fair, right? Red exclamation mark beside the bubble. He'd blocked me first. Thinks that ends it? 2.5 months rent was all I wanted. Now the utilities are coming back too. I hadn't even reconnected when his cease and desist letter landed. The lawyer on the line sounded grave. Summer? Logan is requesting half the revenue from the joint account you used to chronicle your relationship. Joint account? Yes, the couple vlog channel. I felt nauseous. Where does he get the nerve? I filmed, edited, color graded every video. If he graced me with a cameo, I had to bribe him with gifts and steak dinners. But the account documents your romance. Can one person be in love alone? 1. I can solo date. 2. I can mitosis myself a baby. A long pause. Since you refuse reason, expect a subpoena. I snorted. Practicing idiom karaoke now? What's your name? I asked. Ciao. Listen up, Sam, I rattled off the timeline, then warned, Logan lies 90% of the time, don't let him drag you down. Before he replied I added, lawyers with low win rates starve, right? Meaning? Meaning bring it on. My evidence tank is full, in court you'll go home featherless, Phoenix to Pigeon 08. He hesitated. You study law? Nope, mortuary science, specializing in burying men. Riley, he asked, any last message for Logan? Can I swear? Better not. Then I'm done. Minutes later, an unknown number rang. Logan screamed, Summer, what did you do to my lawyer? Do to him? He refunded my retainer. Guess decency trumped your cash. You, poison witch. I rubbed my temples. Look who's toxic. I asked my conscience. I never wronged him. I was 3 years older. I babysat him, paid his loans, his rent, his dinners, his gifts. He moved out because of roommate drama, apartment I found. Life was cushy, until I stopped bankrolling. From frugal to flush is easy, flush to frugal kills rats like him. That night, prime traffic time, he posted a sob story on his personal account. Heart-wrenching summary, Summer orchestrated everything to stop me leaving. I burst out laughing. Here we go again. He painted me unhinged, obsessive. Then, live on stream, sobbed crocodile tears. I tried to break up, but she threatened self-harm. There's nothing left, only her torture. She lies. Now that she can't have me, she's destroying me. 10. Gross. Clearly needs another round. I cracked my knuckles, then froze. Logan held up a sheet of paper. Proof, Summer's bipolar. She really snaps. It was my medical record. How did he get it? He mashed it against the lens so the chat could read. Severe mood instability, risk of self-harm and violence. Doctor's word. You believe me now? His eyes glinted with smug triumph. My nails dug into my palms. Ice slid through my veins. He kept acting. I didn't want this ugliness, bros, but Summer forced my hand. He rolled up his sleeves, shoving purple forearms at the camera. She did this, beats me off camera, plays saint when the red light's on. 11. Logan even showed everyone his thighs and back, layers of bruises and welts that made people flinch. If I weren't Summer herself, positive I don't have a second personality, I would have sworn I'd done it. On the livestream, Logan's eyes reddened as he spoke. I can handle the physical abuse, but the mental torture is killing me. She forbids me to talk to any woman. If I hang out with guys too long, she still flips. When I'm with her, I have zero time of my own. I'm like her dog, ordered to wag my tail and keep her happy. If I'm exhausted and fail to soothe her fast enough, she threatens to die, to kill herself. He held up a blood-streaked shirt. Look, the night she cut herself to blackmail me, I carried her to the ER and got her blood on me, couldn't wash it out. I meant to toss it, but it was the first shirt she ever gave me, so I kept it. On camera, Logan forced out a couple of tears. I truly loved her while we were together. When I left, I was just drained. About that stream you all trolled, Summer was having another breakdown. I'd already broken up, yet she still treated me like her boyfriend. 12. Suddenly it all felt ridiculous. Mom was right, love is just a con game designed to fleece suckers. If I'd never fallen for Logan's lies, I wouldn't be standing here today, raw wounds peeled open for the whole world to dissect. As his so-called evidence popped up, the live chat slowly shifted. Some viewers started pitying Logan and cursing me as two-faced. Out of everything he waved in front of the camera, only one piece was real, that medical record. And my condition was years ago. Back then, Dad's cheating pushed Mom to jump off the campus rooftop. My mind snapped and I wanted to follow her. But I had 2 fur babies no one would adopt. I was terrified they'd starve if I died, so I fed them one more day, then another, until time numbed the pain. Now Logan wants to drag me back into that abyss. He seems to have forgotten that when he first saw the diagnosis he vowed to stay and protect me forever. What stings most is his claim that I self-harmed to threaten him. The only time I lost control while we dated was when the homewrecker father came back and tried to snatch my cats. I beat him half dead with a broom and tossed him into the street. That night I spiraled. Logan shook at the sight of blood, afraid to touch me, and stumbled away to dial 911. His shirt did get stained on the way to the hospital, but that rag was trashed long ago. No idea where he conjured this new one. Remembering the will I wrote before that attempt, leaving every dollar to him so he'd care for my cat, I want to travel back in time and slap myself senseless. Thank heaven I survived. 13. I have to admit, Logan has a few tricks. Best way to ruin someone? Convince the world she's insane. Who'd trust a lunatic? He's praying I'll start screaming, gladly wade into this cesspool with him. The harder I curse him, the faster the crazy label sticks. In a couple days the cheating jerk could be reborn as the victim. Fury burns, but I know I have to stay calm and not fall into his cesspit. I wail on the punching bag until my knuckles throb, then drag in deep breaths. Whether bribing gossip to smear me before or forging evidence now, he wants netizens on his side. He plans to smother me with public opinion. When I can't take it anymore, I'll pay for peace. He forgot, I never swallow slights. If I don't hit back, I'm not Summer. He loves acting? Fine, Grandma will play along. Casey, the second Logan signed off, I posted a teaser for my own stream. Netizens and gossip flooded in. By the time I went live, the viewer count had doubled his. I didn't rush to defend myself. I stared into the lens and let a smirk bloom. Logan, I know you're watching. I've given you plenty of chances, but I suspect you've got stomach flu, because your brains seem to have been flushed out with yesterday's dump. You don't seriously think netizens will swallow your garbage? 14. You claim I beat you? I sneered. I'd been racking my brain. Logan's a coward, he'd never hurt himself. So where did those gruesome bruises come from? Then, click, inspiration struck. Logan, I said, throwing caution aside, fire up a livestream, go to a hospital, and produce a medical report proving you're injured. If you do, I'll confess to domestic violence. As for that shirt, I'll pay for a DNA test. If the blood turns out to be mine, I'll admit I used self-harm to blackmail you, deal? But if there's no medical report and the blood isn't mine, then you're a lying sack of. You say bipolar equals psycho? Great. If everything turns out to be your fabrication, brace yourself for an emotional damage payout. The live chat exploded. Summer's so defiant, maybe Logan really is lying? They flip-flop every day. I'm sitting this one out. Sitting it out? Or just got your face slapped so hard you can't speak? I recognize your ID, you're the ultimate mom fan who white knights for Logan. Longtime followers spammed the live chat, always thought Summer only slayed with profanity, turns out her logic's just as sharp, right? She's totally calm and on point. Logan almost convinced me, and then boom, medical report and DNA, duh. Most, though, were popcorn munchers. They had tagged Logan, hurry, go live from the ER, we wanna know how busted up you really are, and livestream the blood test on that shirt, I need to know which one of you is trolling. 15. To cut off every escape route, I leaned closer to the camera and said contemptuously, Logan, I know you too well. Planning to surface hours from now? I imitated his whiny tone, sorry guys, I was napping and didn't see my phone, no idea what Summer said. I burst out laughing. If the Great Wall were built out of your face, Meng Jiangnu could cry till the seas ran dry and not crack a single brick. Having said my piece, I sat back comfortably and waited. Some impatient netizens asked why I didn't just dump my evidence. Chat screenshots, anything, show us. I smiled. Why should I keep proving myself? If I refute him once, he'll fabricate 10 more lies. Am I supposed to chase every one? He who makes the claim must prove it. Since he says I'm the problem, let him show the receipts. I looked straight into the lens and declared, the burden of proof is on him, not on me to debunk him. The chat went quiet for a breath, then scrolled like a hurricane. Summer's a boss, she just torched his escape bridge. Honestly, I unfollow anyone who mud wrestles in public, but her composure? Chef's kiss. Dunno the truth yet, but that logic is flawless. 16. Cornered, Logan crawled out to respond. Come on, guys, do we really need tests? Isn't it obvious? But that limp line couldn't sway the horde. He wasn't dumb, he knew talking dug him deeper, so he clung to the script, it's all crystal clear, no proof necessary. Privately, though, he called me. Summer, for old time's sake, can we not make this uglier? Let's meet and talk, there's nothing to talk about. I'd already given him too many chances. Summer, I really don't want us to claw each other to pieces. If we keep this up, we'll only end up as the ugliest stain on each other's lives. I let out a cold laugh. Don't talk to me about life, you're not even part of it. Logan, through the receiver I could hear his breath coming in furious little puffs. He sounded as if he was trying to throttle his own rage. I'm begging you, okay? Let's meet and talk this through. I know Logan too well. The only reason he's so desperate to see me in person is that face-to-face leaves far less evidence than texts. Tell you what, I pretended to think it over. Wire me the rent and the utilities first, and I'll grit my teeth and give you 10 minutes. Summer, don't push it. I lifted one shoulder. Then we're done here. Fine, he roared. I'll send the money, happy now? Be sure to label the transfer repayment of debt. Once my banking app pinged with the deposit, I texted back, okay, drop me a pin. 17. Logan booked a private dining room. In all the months we dated, he never treated me to a single meal. Back then I told myself he was still a student, short of cash. Now I see how love can blind a woman. I wasn't in a relationship, I was running a charity. I walked in certain the weasel was bringing gifts to the hen for one reason only: he was up to no good. So even when he bit back his temper and pulled out my chair, even when he plastered on a smile and tried small talk, I never softened. I just sneered. So what did you want to discuss? Instead of answering, he gave me the sad puppy eyes. Summer, can't we go back to the way we were? I stared at him in silence, the mockery in my gaze deepened. How had I missed Logan's talent for melodrama? My unblinking scrutiny made him uneasy. Summer, say something. Are you remembering the good times too? I'm still trying to figure out why tofu has a brain and you don't. Quinn, Summer, can we stop hurting each other? I came because I want us back. When I still said nothing, his voice turned desperate. I know you love me, and I love you. What happened was an accident. I swear it won't happen again. Please forgive me. You love me? I let out 2 stage-loud laughs. Your idea of love is to cheat on me, then rip the scab off and sick your followers on me, right? He looked away. I lost my temper. Once you forgive me, we'll tell the netizens it was all a misunderstanding. They'll understand. I clicked my tongue. When Nuwa patched the sky, she should have slapped your face on instead of stone. Oh, right, I raised my eyes lazily. Forgot to mention, I've been recording. Logan froze. The next second he lunged for my phone like a madman. You vicious, he screamed. Summer, how could you? 18. I stayed motionless and watched him unravel until he powered on the screen himself and saw there was no red recording light. Like a firecracker doused in water, he deflated, then lunged again. Hand it over. What did you hide it in? I looked at him with pity and revulsion. I never hit record. All it took was one bluff and his mask slipped clean off. I know exactly what you're plotting, I said, kicking the stunned Logan away. You can't show a medical report, you're terrified the tide will turn, and you want me to let it all fade so you can crawl away, am I right? His face flushed scarlet at being nailed dead to rights. If I took his deal, the nightmare would never end. As long as the truth stays murky, I'll wear the doubt forever. I stared him down. Dream on, I'm finishing this. His cheeks toggled between red and white. You really have to be this ruthless? Did the doctor snip your IQ along with your umbilical cord? Self-defense is ruthless? What do you call what you did to me? 19. Since the pity play had flopped, Logan wiped away his crocodile tears and flopped into the chair. Summer, you never loved me, did you? Still talking about love, how hilarious. Whatever I once felt for him died the day he pulled his first stunt. My icy gaze must have stung, his features twisted. I should have known you're just like your dad, cold as ice. Maybe if I ended up like your mom, you'd finally feel something? My expression iced over. At that instant my loathing for him peaked. You're right, you really should die. I grabbed my jacket and stood. I've wasted enough pity on you, Summer. He blocked the door. We're not done negotiating. Look, we'll post a joint statement. I won't insist on a 50-50 split of the account. 30-70, you keep 70, okay? Under my murderous stare he kept revising. We're 20-80, happy? I stayed silent. He clenched his teeth. 90-10 is too low. I did show my face in half those videos. I inhaled slowly. Right now I just want to swear. But since you're not human, I won't waste the breath. Summer, get lost. 20. After the ugly showdown I drove straight to my therapist. I didn't get home until dusk, the doctor's words looping in my skull. You can't accept a gift while your hands are still full of trash. I snapped on the desk lamp, logged into my social feed, and was swallowed by a tsunami of notifications. Logan, still unable to produce proof, was being shredded in the comments. Yet he knew what backing down would cost, so, like a stubborn duck, he kept insisting he'd never lied. He swore my pestering him for paternity tests and forensics was nothing but humiliation. I, Logan, will never accept such insults. A Sichuan opera master couldn't change face faster. Oddly, I wasn't angry anymore. I stared at the scars he deliberately flashed at the camera, doing silent math. During our meeting I'd said nothing about those wounds. Now my private theory was almost bulletproof. I only needed the perfect spark. Casey, while Logan traded barbs with netizens, I phoned a friend and asked her to courier me a custom ointment. I'd expected him to play shameless. Naturally, I'd saved a trump card. Once the package arrived, I texted him for his address. Suspicious, he asked what I was up to. You've got a point, I replied. No need for a circus. I don't know where those bruises came from, but my family mailed you some salve. It's pricey and it works. He knew I come from a long line of doctors, so he never doubted the medicine itself. Why the sudden change of heart? I'm tired of the noise. If you'd said that weeks ago we'd still be 50-50, huh? Let me think about it, I said vaguely. My concession thrilled him, yet he stayed cautious. No exact address, just the name of his condo complex. I hired a courier to deliver the tube, then sat back and waited. Just as I'd predicted, Logan couldn't resist using it as a redemption prop. Within half an hour of signing for the package, he was live again, waving the bottle at the camera. I told you I'm no liar. Summer even sent me medicine. She already apologized. The sudden reversal detonated the live chat. 21. He dipped a cotton swab, smearing the cream while gloating. Honestly, I never wanted drama. Lucky Summer came around. He gazed into the lens, stroking on the ointment in slow motion. I opened a screen recorder and got ready. Suddenly a line of text popped up. Wait, did Logan's scar just fade? I thought my screen glitched. Fade? It got wiped clean. More viewers noticed. Holy crap, it's gone. What just happened? Logan, eyes half shut, was still savoring my surrender. When he finally glanced at the scrolling horror, his smugness imploded. He sprang from his chair, stared at the now flawless skin, and shrieked, Summer, you set me up. Set him up? From day one I'd suspected the injuries were bogus, yet every scab had looked so convincingly raw. I was scared the plan might implode, so I met her in person before I locked it in. Pulling this off would take a special effects makeup artist. It just so happened that Mia, caught red-handed in one of my old live streams, was a makeup artist. My brain stitched every clue together in seconds. Special effects gunk doesn't wipe off easily, so I had someone whip up a custom bomb and pour it into a pill bottle to make it look legit. Still, the plan had holes. If Logan refused the pills or skipped showing them on livestream, he'd never be exposed. But from the instant I set the trap, I felt fate take the wheel. Because I know Logan, every ugly inch of him. He's selfish, arrogant, and still convinced I'm only lashing out because I'm jealous. He's desperate to scrub his image clean, even if he has to bury me in mud to do it. So yes, he deserves every second of what's coming. 22. Logan scrambled to kill the livestream. Too bad I'd already screen recorded everything. I hopped on a fresh account, dropped the clip, and within minutes fresh waves of ridicule crashed over him. By now, DNA testing the bloodstains on his shirt was pointless. Everyone knew, if Logan could lie once, he could lie 1,000 times. His credibility was totaled. And, like clockwork, people crawled out to say they'd always hated his guts. A guy who airs his girlfriend's bloody past for clout. Vile. Imagine spilling your deepest secret to the person you trust most, and he turns it into a knife. My heart hurts for her. The pile-on began. A gossip page published an anonymous DM from a follower. The sender warned that Logan's cheating wasn't a one-off. We matched on a dating app while I was studying abroad. He claimed he was single and kept begging for pics, showering me with compliments. I finally flew home to meet him. He got drunk that night, so I used his finger to unlock his phone. Dude hadn't even switched out of his side account, dozens of girls crammed inside. He'd saved their names by body parts. Disgusting. She ended the blast with a stack of screenshots. Gossip, chasing traffic, dumped every image, no redactions. Netizens watched Logan cycle through scripts in real time. 23. If they'd seen my account, he swore, it's staged, Summer and I are just business partners. If they'd never heard of me, he played the grieving single guy. I've never felt this spark before. He blew my money on dinners, trinkets, and deep connection nights with them, then texted me, class keeps organizing dinners, babe. Hope you don't mind the extra spending. Life's a soap opera and I was the unpaid extra. I thought I wore a green meadow on my head, turns out Logan irrigated the whole Sahara. Modern netizens are scary good. They enlarged gossip screenshots, hunted timestamps, and yanked an entire conga line of ex-flings into the daylight. Micro-influencers with followings panicked first. They posted receipts faster than Logan could delete them. Even Mia jumped into the fray. She flooded her story with crying emojis. I'm a victim too. Logan told me he and Summer were done. Internet memory is undefeated. Users roasted her before I could lift a finger. Girl, your own texts say, "Won't your girlfriend mind you sleeping here?" That's not clueless, that's volunteering. 96 vintage green tea, steeped 10 years too long. 24. Logan couldn't stomach the drag, so he flipped on comment approval. Deleting the account would stop the hate, but he can't, he's addicted to the numbers. For months I'd funneled my own followers to him, edited his videos, picked his topics, convinced him fame was gravity. He actually sneered when I urged him to finish school. Why bother? I'm already the next big creator. I warned him a real career was insurance. He'd smirk and sweet-talk me into moving on. Now let's see how he shelters that account. After a week of radio silence, he uploaded a test clip. Comments shredded him anyway. My eyes, did you edit this with your toes? Have you apologized to Summer and the others, or are we acting like nothing happened? Great algorithm, now my day is ruined by a zombie F-boy. He deleted non-stop, but netizens type at light speed. The post vanished under mass reports. An anti-F-boy collective on one platform got the submission, rallied 100 girls, and torpedoed his account. I scrubbed every collab we'd done and rewrote my bio. Dropping receipts on Harborview's worst men, send yours. 25. Out of oxygen, Logan spam called from new numbers. I missed hiring season, my account's cremated, how am I supposed to live? Not my circus, not my goat. His voice makes me nauseous now. I'm on the campus rooftop, Summer. Split your savings or I jump, just like your mom did. Live with that. I rubbed my temples. Logan, you're right, you'll haunt me forever, mainly because I once believed you were decent and told you about my family. Stop. I'm counting down, wire the money, jump, then. Cold season's coming, I'll toss an extra blanket on the dirt. I hung up, swapped my number, and tossed the SIM. Seriously, if he had the spine, I'd legally change my name from Summer. Predictably, he didn't jump. Instead, he hired a lawyer and couriered a subpoena. Perfect, I itemized every dollar I'd spent on him and tacked on a claim for emotional damage payout. Court ended exactly how I knew it would, victory, plus a courtroom apology. Outside the courthouse he looked corpse gray. You gave me that cash freely, how can you claw it back? Life's tedious when jackasses lecture you. Try passing for human, your mask slips every time you speak. I waved him off before he could sputter more. Let's make this our last hello. Half a block away I finally exhaled. My attorney squeezed my shoulder. It only gets lighter from here. I nodded. The hand that finally dumped the trash is free to catch something better. And, thanks for listening to today's story. Give the video a thumbs up, share it with friends, and tell us your take in the comment section. Hit subscribe for more real-life dramas, and we'll catch you next time.